Hello and welcome back, everybody. We're in the third game of the day. It's between Syman and EURONICS. I'd say that both of these teams have got pretty lucky to get the opposition that they have. Even in a 0-1 game, I think that there are very good teams in this pool. So both these teams definitely looking for a win here today on cash. They just took place and did the knife round, and they're getting ready now. Looks like Syman is going to be starting on that CT side. I have no idea what to think about this one. I think the EURONICS might have it. They've been on a hot streak recently. Syman had a pretty decent game last time, but EURONICS, I feel like they're running on gas right now. So they're just in this game getting on the warm-up. And by the way, I'm looking at the chat. I've been looking at the chat for quite a few hours, so if you want to get involved in the conversation at home, you can type in that Twitch chat and I'll be answering your questions throughout today. So the pistol round, it's going live now. Syman versus EURONICS, the third game of the day here at the GOCASE Challenge. Make sure you go check out some of the sponsors, GOCASE.pro, predominantly for putting on this event and letting us watch this Counter-Strike. Walking into the USPs here, and Flame, he's looking on point already. They've got 3 players over there, and EURONICS walking into the absolute blend there on the B side. 3 players just holding it down, and nothing that Kazuji can do. He's going to be forced way backwards, and he's only got this Glock to utilize. Kazuji over on mid, just getting tagged away as well. This bomb's dropped. He's got like no hope in this one. He's got no health either. He's got 35 HP. It's barely anything to work with. So picks up a USP, wants a crisp headshots. But I think the ARS, we could stick back as well. So Kazuji could actually find Sanji with an instant headshot, then it's doable, but I really can't imagine this one coming up for him. Flame even trying to go for the wall bangs. And straight in the head. That's 1-0 for Syman there. It's EURONICS who took the big brunt of that pistol round, losing on a couple of fronts there. Crispy not going for a big drop up. Suji as well. So EURONICS didn't really get anything going at all in that pistol, and that's fairly worrying. You kind of want those rounds to be fairly close, just to be confident. But Syman do obliterate them there, and it means that they get a good start. And they went, they only got 1 T round on Mirage against Enyoy, remember. This is Syman, so they're already just as good as they did on their first half against Enyoy earlier on the last week, in fact. EURONICS have the Deagles, have that CZ75 as well. They need to be putting it to use against some of these weapons. And I'd say that EURONICS probably the favorite in this one. Syman have a lot of lesser known names building up their team. And on the CT side of Cash, there's a lot of openness here, but they are going to peek out and find that first frag. The Deagle not doing the damage there. It's Spellful instead to eliminate him. So these 3 Deagles, that's all that's left. Smibbit, I'm gonna take out another man as well. And Spellful. This has been a pretty clean round, all things considered. Krezzy's not able to pick another one up on the Deagle of all weapons. Often easy to get the 1 Deags in. EURONICS playing this one very slowly from the offset, but not really picking up all too much. They've only found 3 kills between the 5 players so far. Who will get to 5 rounds first? Is it going to be Syman or EURONICS? You can bet on that in chat. Yeah, bet as many betters as you want on that one. Syman here just playing Pinston on that B site, and that's a nice headshot. Kazuji hitting the opener there. They've got a couple of deagles, a little bit of investment, and Syman do have to be wary of this. If you expose your head for a little too long, you can get it blown clean off, and that's exactly what we saw from Sanji just a couple of seconds ago. With a minute on the clock, EURONICS taking control of the whole of mid area. Now EURONICS, with the man advantage, are going to wrap around onto the A site. They've got 2 players over here to Syman, so they are very rickety in terms of his defense right now. And ARS, he's stuck in the corner. He already got dinged down as well. EURONICS, they find both frags, and this is a 4 versus 2. Flame has to find these kills fast. There's the initial headshot. There's a Molotov as well. It's going to force Prezi out right into the crosshair once again. Is Flame, he's doing all the work, but he's making his way in here. And EURONICS falling apart with the pistols. Flame going for another wraparound. Neelan straight on the site. He's going to be eliminated. Just Flame left. He needs a quad kill in this one, and he hasn't spotted out the second man either. The Deagles, they come up superior. It's EURONICS to put their first on the board. It's the AWP chipping in for Syman first. That's Spellful picking up that scoped rifle. He's got that area of the map on lockdown. You can see him playing back the A site now. Just finds that first kill, gets back passive. So intelligent for the Kazakhstan team. We did see their fellow Kazakhstan side play earlier today in that first game. That was quite a barn burner earlier on train. It was a really interesting game from Avangar, of course. Flame only trading out evenly, and EURONICS finding a lot of frags here, but they've got Sanji to deal with from behind, and that all misses as well, so Faven's got to chip in. They're finally able to find the man and chipped straight back through the smoke, but they've still got Sanji to deal with. And Mirbit is holding here with the AWP, going to be eliminated. Can't find Faven, and that is 2-2. EURONICS here, and Faven with a quad kill. Not even picking up the AWP, so definitely saving the Germans in that scenario. Syman now. This is their first eco. We've got a bet going on, everybody. Who's going to make the first 5 rounds? That Molotov drops into the B bomb site, but obviously it's a stack on A, so it's not going to do anything at all. Maybe can't hear any of them coming, but there they are. Now they're rushing all the way down. He's got a lot to contest with here. The headshots coming in, supported by that AWP as well. It's actually shot down by the AWP, but EURONICS don't lose any men in that engagement. Perfect from them. Who thinks that Kiss AR should bet all of his betties? I think he should. I think he should gamble roulette them all. Syman have 2 players on the A-bomb site. Looks like the bomb was initially going towards that side of the map, but now rotating backwards. That's C4. Yeah, it's in no man's land. They're just kind of waiting for Syman to get cheeky, trying to boost up, try and push through one of these smokes. You can see Merbert just attentively watching these smoke grenades and actually tosses the Molotov inwards. So Flame could have been counted out there. I'd like to see EURONICS play with like the AWP in Sunroom to double up on that Molotov, and Sanji just stood with his back to the open. Should definitely know that somebody could have been in Squeaky in that scenario. Flash is perfect, and Crispy and Crezzy both chip in. EURONICS, they have taken this game in their hands now. They are finding every single frag. They're not losing a lot of these engagements, and it looks like they're probably going to be the team to get to the 5th round first. Deagle's on 3 players from Syman here. It's their only chance of stopping EURONICS from getting this 5th. They've got 4 players stacked on the A-bomb site as well. EURONICS definitely have to be wary about this one. And it looks like they are. They're playing a very slow style of Counter-Strike. They're being very methodical about all of these takes. They're not pushing in without getting all the information first. And it means that they're not going to walk into a stack like they did on the pistol round. That's the only round that they really lost out on. ARS over the top of that smoke. Wraps up that headshot. And now Syman are going to back off. So this doesn't really matter as Syman are playing a pretty standard setup. They're playing the 2-1-2 that you wouldn't often see with pistols in an eco round like this. I'd like to see maybe them play, well, obviously as many players on the A site as possible right now, as that's where the bomb's going, but they're not going to do that, and Spellfall's not even watching towards main, so it means that EURONICS are going to get very, very close before Syman spot it and have the information to go for the rotate. You can see Neelan and Flame, they're both pintered right on towards the other side. So Sanji getting caught out again from door. He's made that mistake 2 times now. And now they've got to contest with Spellfall, who finds that shot straight through the door. Faven's history, and now EURONICS are making their way in. They've got the AK-47s, but Spellfall's finally gone. And now this P250 from behind is going to find almost both AKs out, and they find them! Syman, left, right, and center, find those kills. They stop EURONICS from getting onto that 5th round as well. So this bet in chat is looking interesting. Just look at this with the P250. Finds that shot behind. Doesn't force a man off the ball. Balls of steel to keep it planted. The Deagle shot hits in the meantime, and that's round over. Syman back in contention. And they've got these... Well, he's got the AWP, and EURONICS playing a much faster strat, this time into the B site. There are 2 players over here, and now Flame has peek out, only finds the 1 though, before that bomb is dropped, and 44 HP says, Chris, we can't do it, only lands 1, 2 shots would have been the frag there. Syman, how the hell are they going to get back into this one? They had the man disadvantage in the previous round, but this time their positioning is far from perfect, and Spellfall's stuck up top as well. And there's a follow-up Molotov. He's going to be stuck in this corner, chased away. There's a spray down through the door as well. ARS almost chased down. Crezzy misses a couple of important bullets. Very inaccurate as they are stuck in CT spawn. Faven going to chase and find 1. There's a headshot. Now the final 2 members. Crispy eliminate 1, and that means that they can only save the 1 AK-47. And Murbit is even close, so he could have found that kill if he had rotated around the other way. So 3-5. EURONICS, they win the bet. Kill comes through for Flame on the B bomb site. He's got this Deagle. He's trying to get to that Molotov or trying to get to a rifle here. He's the only player without a primary weapon. He's only got the Deagle to work with, so great that he's able to even out this engagement and make this a lot closer. But see, Kazuji switches out to the AK-47, picks that one up. I wonder what he's doing. He's dropping a lot of these weapons and trying to get the AK and the AWP. Yeah, he tried to get the AK away from Syman so they couldn't save it, knowing that that one man had the Deagle, while at the same time keeping the AWP in his hand, because he obviously don't want to drop that scoped rifle. So brutal. Syman have to work for it if they're going to pick up an AWP of all weapons. One of the most expensive weapons in the game. Neelan straight outwards gets traded on though, as 3-5. Syman desperately need this round, and Flame gets his head popped off. That's the Deagle gone. 30 seconds left. And Syman likely not going to be able to do this one again. So EURONICS, they've got a very slow style of playing this one, but they're finally starting to ease this one out. Spellfall's going to keep hold of 1 M4 again, so 3-6 here. EURONICS doubling that scoreline.
Terrorists win.
And there's the pause, so it's a tactical one for Syman this time. They haven't really got enough money to go for a buy whatsoever. This is going to be a horrific buy if they decide to go for it. They have a couple of CZs, a couple of pistols, maybe a UMP dotted here and there, but apart from that, that's all they're going to have. Neelan could drop over a FAMAS to someone, but I would hate to see them go for a buy in this scenario. Just play off the M4, do something cheeky, try and maybe boost the M4, A4 up and try and find 2 or 3 frags. That's the only way you're going to be able to do that. So I'm pausing. This is fine. That rotating camera shot. Beautiful as always. So Syman going to go for minimal reinvestment into this 10th round. They're going to buy up a couple of pistols around this one. And EURONICS, they've got the AK-47s and they're going straight into B. They're changing up the pace and Flame needs call for reinforcements right now. He's already eliminated before he could even see anybody there. That's crazy. Couple of pistol kills come in. Syman have found one round from practically a full eco already, so EURONICS have to be very careful about this. And that's Kazuji finding one with the AWP. Isn't able to chip it back in the meantime. I'd like to see Syman just save this AK-47, save the M4A4, keep 2 rifles, so they've got a little bit of extra money for utility in these following rounds. Obviously, the 11th, the second third of the first half. And double AK AWP saved for EURONICS, so their money can't be looking very bad at all. They're going to have 3 players above this 10k mark after the win bonus comes through. When they reinvest, they're going to be around 6,000-7,000 per person. Means that they've got enough to buy up for the next 2 or 3 rounds here. Now, with 5 rifles set up for Syman, they cannot afford this. And Kazuji trying to go for this. Oh, does take the tag. Sanji down to 68. It's a great wall back to hit. And Faven lining up the headshots onto ARS there. And there's the follow-up Molotov as well. He finds another one straight onto the A bomb site. Completely breached and broken. And now only Sanji and Neelan remain on this A site, at least, as Flames the other guy towards B. And I think he's going to be eliminated here. Krezi surely has this lined up. He does. Just Neelan left in a 5 versus 1, a 1 versus 5. This is just not working out. And you see EURONICS, they're still playing this slow. They've still not got that bomb down. They're using their utility. They're playing every single round to win. They've taken the A site now, and Neelan has to be wondering what they're playing at, because EURONICS spending a lot of time with this one, but they need to. They also do gift him a free frag in the meantime. So this A site has worked out. Mirbit through this smoke gets that pop flash through right in his face. So Kasuji, who's taken this beat, probably going to be taken out here, but Neelan's got players from left, right and centre. That smoke's placed as well. He just wants to do as much damage here. Economic damage probably isn't very worthwhile though. He needs the rounds, but EURONICS, it's another one on the board. 8-3. Syman now, again with the pistols. Kazuya? You want me to say Kazuya? I'll say Kazuya. Oh no, I'm not German. I don't know the German players as well, if I'm honest. Says Mile. That's not Mile, that's Milel. Or Miel. 97. They're still going to be scared of these deagles. Syman can definitely use them, but EURONICS is playing so slow. And there's not really much reason for it. So I'd like to see them maybe put a bit more pressure on Syman and try and speed it up a little bit. I want to be practicing some of the faster strats for the later games as well, because I don't think that the slow style of Counter-Strike every round really works. When you know that your enemies are playing slow, it means that you conserve nades more. So you've always got a smoke grenade and a Molotov on each site in the final 30 seconds. That means that EURONICS would have to push through a smoke. Syman's economy have been in absolute tatters. They haven't been able to afford this so far, but here, a couple of pistol kills come through, but it's not too exciting. Yet again, Neelan going to be stuck in the corner, and it's an easy cleanup for EURONICS. They're one away from double digits. And 3-9. Crisby stuck in that corner, takes very minimal damage. A bit more by that nade, but still nothing really of worth. Neelan's been tagged down a little bit lower, but everybody effectively on practically full HP with EURONICS. I'm going to be going towards, well, one of these bomb sites. I think it's maybe going to be the B site with 2 players running fake on A. This normally wouldn't work because it's very hard to find frags if you just two lone players, especially against a 3-2 setup. Yes, 3-2 setups usually designed to counter this, and exactly that. Syman, they find both those frags here, and now EURONICS have to go for this push with the two-man disadvantage, and the Orc is placed up top. There's one, and he's back for more. Spellful likely just going to close this round off all on his lonesome. Misses that shot as Faven's able to sneak his way onto the A bomb site, and Faven is finding a couple of kills, but there's ARS to clean up. It's to clean up the crew. 4-9. There's something serious going on outside by the sounds of things. Oh, like sirens. Maybe our building's on fire. EURONICS likely going to go for something faster here, but it gets absolutely shut down. 2 kills from ARS. There's Sanji with 1 as well. As Faven and Kazuya have to wonder what the hell just happened. They're chomping at the bit to get away onto the A site, but there's a C4 dropped, and they do have a chance in this one. Neelan and Spellful, if they don't find the peaks, which they certainly do right there, it's going to be quite hard. And Faven's forced into this corner as the AWP is rattling through as well. So Faven is in a awful situation here, and this smoke's dissipating as well. His cover is going to be absolutely gone. There's number 1, Neelan eliminated, and the second, a third as well, Faven! That's outrageous! He could actually do this now, as Spellful gets his head ripped off as well! What the hell was that? The Kazakhstan side 4 to pieces, and that is double digits for EURONICS. Just look at this. He plays this one to perfection. That smoke's dissipating, but it gets out just in time. Takes his first man off as well. And it's all headshots from start to finish. Bit of a messy spray down there, but that was the important kill. That was the impressive frag. And Faven right over the top for the 4th. And Syman, they've got to be feeling horrible about that one. A 1 versus 4 out of this planet. Those sort of plays, not on the planet Earth, please. It's likely going to be an 11-4 scoreline now. Shouldn't have ended like this. Should have ended possibly 9-6. Should have been a lot closer. But Syman fall to pieces when it comes to the clutching, and that wasn't them making tons of mistakes. It was really just EURONICS showing up and putting another level on the board. Someone clip that 1 versus 4. Put on Reddit or something. Easy karma. Going to be an 11-4 scoreline though at the end of the first half. As EURONICS, they do take the lead. Second half. Team switching 30 seconds. What are we waiting 30 seconds for? Not waiting 30 seconds. Oh god. Gonna have to have a nap. Almost these team switch. Who wants to wait 30 seconds for the teams to switch? Ugh. What a snooze. 11-4. They've got more than enough time to think about this pistol round. It's like a prac session right there. They could have pracked. They could have tabbed out, gone to a pistol deathmatch server and been back in time. 4 to 11. EURONICS going to be starting on this CT side here for the second half. As Syman looks like they're going to be going for a standard A rush. Faven going to be making his way in quick here. And Crispy annihilates Sanji from up top. Nice, plucks his head right off his shoulders. And now they have to be worried about the A site take. And they've got 4 players over here, right over the top rope. There's one, Faven as well, to pick in a doublet. And it's only Neelan left. He is getting swarmed down by Forklift. And that's EURONICS with a 12th there. This game could very surely be over fairly soon. 12 to 4 as Syman, they go for this. Pistols all round. Kevlar all round. 4 sets of Deagles. There's a CZ-75 as well. It's time on the clock as EURONICS go for the scout. Pair of M4s in flame. Was that straight over the top or straight through the spray? Straight over the top. Finds a headshot there. Going to be traded straight back. But Krezzy behind this smoke. He's in quite a compromising position. If that flash, oh, it did pop very well, but Spellforce still there. He didn't actually spot that man out. But now he got information, but he got false information. He actually pops back in for that one. Must have had a 6th sense. Faven, Krezzy, every player dying on this Syman side. It's the kills coming through for EURONICS. And Syman, they're 9 rounds behind here at the dawn of this second half. This shouldn't be happening like this if they want to take this map on cash. Remember, they had a pretty similar scoreline on Mirage earlier this week. It was 6 to 16, and they only found 1 T-sided round. So you can't be feeling too confident for them here. And especially with the nade exploding at their feet. ARS and Neelan both dropping down fairly low. Kazuya here just backing off, just trying to fire off as many shots as possible, but they're being rattled inwards and inbound by the UMPs, the SMGs. It's a flurry of kills. They don't get anywhere near the B site and the bomb plant. And the Germans just 1 away from the match point here on cash. EURONICS seem reinvigorated and refreshed from their first game earlier last week. This seems to be a very different start of opponent. The flashes and teamwork and coordination has been just too good for the Kazakhstan side. They could really do something in this tournament. I don't really like their slow play on the T side. I feel like sometimes they can mix it up with something a lot faster, a bit more consistently. I don't think that would work against a lot of the bigger teams. But certainly been working in the 99 Damage League. We've seen EURONICS put a lot of wins on the board recently. That one in particular. Now the 2 versus 2 is Crispy. Puts a triple kill on the board. He's looking towards his A site. The bomb is dropped super far back towards the T spawn. And Syman have to go, salvage it, and get back to a bomb site, plant it. And they've got a minute to do just that. Now 50 seconds as you can see EURONICS playing a fairly heavy A setup with Faven and his AK-47 there. And EURONICS about to walk into this one, so with the 2 smokes, they should be able to cut off visual for Faven, who is going to be pretty much completely circumnavigated in this position. If you can hit a couple of shots through the smoke, that would be definitely advantageous. But EURONICS, they're going to get a straight peek here without Syman using either of these smokes. That's a huge mistake, and Faven capitalizes. Why don't you use those smokes? You've got 2 of them. Both players making the same mistake, in fact. And there's the Molotov. That's going to... Oh, doesn't land close enough. Finally throws out the smoke, but it's at the wrong time. 15-4. If you're moving out of A main in a 2 versus 2 or a 5 versus 5, you need to use those smoke grenades. You can't just save them for the retakes because they're not even nearly as effective on the A site. For a CT, if you're retaking on A, you can use smokes yourself to throw a spanner in the works. Make yourself a lot more unpredictable against a team who doesn't quite know where you are. Now EURONICS have an AWP and 4 rifles, and Syman, they don't have any of that. So I'm going to go into the B side of things here. Look at that opening, and Sanji does rack up a headshot. At least Syman haven't been winning a lot of these opening engagements. As Kasuya just finish one off. Now Molotov is going to hold Syman out of this B side of things. So they're not going to be able to just go for a straight execute through vents there and capitalize. Instead, oh, this boost is coming through, and maybe it's going to get a good back angle, and nobody's watching for this one. So Flame, he's going to be caught in the back, the side. And now EURONICS just have to stop this A push from coming through. They spot the man up top, and Mirbit's able to get a great angle once again. He's looking right over this action. And Syman, they're not really watching out for it. That flash pops right in his face. He's able to turn around, and now it's a 1 versus 3 for Kazuya, who's got the AWP in hand, and he gets his head blown clean off by Spellforce. So 15-5. And EURONICS can still buy. This is one of the trials and tribulations that you have to go through on the T side if you're letting your opponents win multiple rounds in a row. They're going to be able to buy up multiple rounds in a row when you start taking rounds. That's a real problem, because it means that you can't get your momentum and your footing placed deep into the ground. Straight out of middle, through that smoke, but it's Mirbit from behind. Faven able to eliminate the rest. Just ARS and Spellful left as they try and get onto this A site. No smokes placed on the entry again. Spellful had them. It's just rookie mistakes here from the Kazakhstan team. 16-5, and EURONICS are going to go into that 1-1 bracket. Obviously a loser's match there. Both teams with a 0-1 scoreline, but a lot of big mistakes made by Syman. A lot of smokes not placed in the very crucial and pivotal moments where you should be using that sort of utility. You need to place the smokes if you're going down onto that, especially that A bomb site, and they made the same mistake twice in a row. So hope that they look back over that and adjust their cash T side just based off that. I didn't see on Mirage when they were playing against Enjoy the other day if that was one of the mistakes that they were making. They were going for quite good A executes with lots of smokes, but Mirage is kind of poised and placed in a position where it's very, very easy and open to be able to go for those executes. Either way, we're going to be back with another best of one in about 10 minutes, so don't go anywhere.